One Vision GH, your best online news portal.
Abusiani adofo mame na mase na mesamo makwa babiem emfa moma One Vision kasafidie kese eso wadaro mabaso no emi subscribe button no ede amame me notification bell no eso ebre bia ede video foforo ebetum no onsa ebetumi akabi onsa ka videos no wadaro mabo homodi bia se obehye ede ama foforo wo like page na wajenche ne de hia pa enti ya na ade afa comment section hono maba na ya kenkan ni nyina ede amamo KELVIN wade nano ababetum eye ebra Jacob Caesar if MP Mountain so ebechre say the new force eye signboard no wano ena nanimu hye no KELVIN ache na adwen ede afa ho Ebusia BBC ede expose bi aba efa sofu TB Joshua ho enam so ema odinfo AJAGURAJA abeche na adwen ede afa ho Black Rasta yensentroni wono nso ababeche na adwen ede afa eye Jacob Caesar efene cheda ya enei wo se wono ene Ghana genkwa no Black Rasta so ache na adwenen Ebusia ewon semfufuro mu nso no Mr Logic ede ababetu dwa no se KELVIN de onye wo bi ese ye bona baso ne ye hwahwa ne fi se oyo nipa bi a won se na won fata TB Joshua expose ya ababontin Anas aremi ya Anas wono so ede nanu ye aba abusia kame ho ensem ne doso na minomu asiko fa mu nchechemu ensomo abusia yenhye ensem na se yetikromu a yenka bi nhwemu ena yehu se BBC expose bi a hyase ekoso na expose ni nyina fa eye sofo TB Joshua ho dodo na echese papa yi ekwan a wode the church members bi fa so faking of miracles a whole lot and some dey emu ohu na me show say documentary na di atrenchwe wa be fonten figure so no wanya bi atie na asemi ba ye no ehun chi wa show na akwakoye bebre ene yes na ede na ekoso yi TB Joshua nyankopon atone safre papa yi wokọ ni yesi afie chinsu de ankabufun bi ani ho na we de asam ena TB Joshua wewu kwada dada na fei na yede ne hu expose ba na no aseche say na expose ne ba ye no mo se Anas aremi ya Anas sa asem o kan say expose a wode beba ne it will blow our mind, it will shock us to the bone no yes I expose ya na finally kakum yagino okwakuo no Anas aremi ya Anas eden nsem bi ababetu edwa ebusia yentie ne nsem ne bi emre ye ba yibeto aso
and afin so the show mun kran de come huntia or mode sa documentary yi eba bonten what is an explanation in some way and oda todwa
congratulations for this. Yeah, just introduce yourself for record purposes for those who don't know you.
My name is Anas I'm a cover journalist from Ghana and I work with the BBC.
I'm sure you are part of this.
Well, I wouldn't say we all have contributed to it to make this documentary a success.
Okay. Now, what is the major takeaway from this?
Well, I think that the major takeaway from this is the level of abuse that we've all seen in this film. And I don't want us to look at it with the lenses of religion. It's a pure human rights abuse story, which all of us as journalists have been doing. And when you have a situation where girls have been raped, girls have been sexually abused, where there are manipulations of miracles and others, it's about time we say no to these things and we stand firm and say it as it is. Let people know what the real story is.
A lot of people perceive this as an attack on the church.
Well, I don't think it is. And I have emphasized that we are not here to talk about religion. We are here to talk about human rights abuses. We've done stories on human rights abuses all our lives as journalists. This is not any different from the stories we do. And I think that if there is something wrong, as journalists, we should have the courage, we should have the energy to be able to tell it as it is, if it's a human rights issue.
So the man is dead now, and the documentary is out. Question a lot of people's minds out. What next? What do you think? What are your recommendations?
The death of a person does not mean that the issue is dead. There are equally important and many victims who have suffered as a result of the atrocities. We talk about Hitler today. He's dead, but we talk about the atrocities and the human rights abuses that we talk about a lot of leaders, dictatorial leaders who have committed crimes, and we still talk about them. So the death of a man does not extinguish the crime. We have to be bold as African journalists to tell it as it is once it affects people. Have you thought about the trauma all these women are going through? Have you thought about the problems that these people are facing? How do we address the situation? There is government side of it where when the church broke down, nothing happened. As journalists, we should be asking the question, what was government supposed to do? Why is it that nobody was brought to book when clearly the building fell as a result of structural defects? So these are all issues we have to look at as journalists and ask the right questions to make sure that there is an answer to it. Thank you very much.
Etabusiana sakasa neno ena Ghana social media phone bi chese anasa de na wo ye no hwe yi na kamia kwese woni abrofo no na aka pomu ena kwan bi so mo dada na dwene pese wo gumpanyufo atitire wo mo Africa bibremu man animu ase ade na expose no won fa nko abrochire nko expose nkrofo ho na ebre bi Africa nko a obiti ne baby ne wa bre ne bribe ne waje no wo wi a wo se waje adem de Nanga wode man no nko anya ne dey engonka so first kind call and the Ghana facho madwe no mo chese anasa arem ya kwai ofaso ye na dwuma is unprofessional na wo gu Ghana ana bibremufo animu ase e de akira abrofu ya nkasa krom mfa ye nya hwe na ene nsu ekopa sebi sofo a wowu kɔ ebra wote ase se expose ye ntumi amaso na ni wo acha mu ye expose no ye ekwase hwan na ekwa akosidie yi ememe wo lusu church members ana because asofo egro mo te ase a wo mo hu se wo ba abonten kura church members wo mo nte so dogo bi nu abe na TB Joshua wowu ne ekofa ne ho expose di aba ne ho expose ne ekwa akose he ade ba de ne besie ye kwa akotufunu ne na akogina court obu na tan ana se timupo etai sa expose ne chi ne abusua ene ne de hemfa Ghana fo kasapa na Ghana fo mo kasa efa expose yi ho ana asareme ya ana so na no ba betum bi ena eye sofo ajaguraja ai tu kunofo sofo gege sofo jakiapia ono so ache na adwene wo se TB Joshua de enfunso kese pa wo ye ne se na we susum sori sofo kese ena oja na wo so be charismatic ena ja wo de credit ka akobo ni komu eno ene ne downfall na nkanya asem nko a anka obi a wawuo die anka na chi asambo ne ba biem na nka wo ho na ka mo ka ne ya mo ye ne ekwakọ wie de ekwakọ se de ya eno na Ghana fo bi se wo monte ase no enam so ama odifo ajaguraja ene ensema wo hwe gu abonten abusua ene susu ama dodo na ebo na ba so sampa ne nsem no nyansa ne ababi wo ogina so de futo ma asofo se brewe sofo bia ma na ni na ho na wo hwe ni pa wo mana ben wo fi se eba ye wo mo ebe no ene ne papa yi wo achikura ye ne poto sei eti na wo ye sofo na wo te ase di nkyire ne makodi a mo ani nda ho ni pakura wo twe na be wo fi se da chibi no wono a sofo abrobe wo ye si obi benya wa na efirifie ai nti efiefo ne beton wo do ama abonte sofo ame ya twe abo so nti obi ama ne na wei ene nsem osofo ajaguraja so e de ababeto montene so abusua ye ntie ne nsem bi mratew ye pa ensem no do so ne aka na mu nkyire mu no me ne beso mu
Vous avez dit I'm trouble so full. Yes, and open a major documentary be say TB Joshua. Say finya me we di mono why say. Asofo mpanyumfo iwra no muntie me. So bia wawu mpo ne ye ni say ya. wo otiasi die na de beyo unti mi yi pa ono charismatic ni ye ni se ya mesuzu so de ye benden ba chechire me wure Ibi America, TB Joshua, mistake we in a bacope. Send we soon sorry not done in a year charismatic. And my revelation backo. TB Joshua no soon sorry me. And or rebranding who year charismatic. I feel Matthias said in tia Moses woo yana bonsamo sepe Moses funo. Even in death, Bronsam si obe yewadi. Let the man rest. He is dead and gone. What would this yield? Ufunim katawoto. Uso amujina hoye Onye sofuni bida. Sankwa ya sofuni bida na nimse ntwaso antwato so sitia. Ka wonji do kan ni. Osofo de obi kan ho asem si ya obi protect osofo. Osofo de obi de. Wona wo share. Le patro mu bi an share video ni mame biem. Hwe no obi an fa video na antagi me biem. The man is dead. Let him rest in peace. Ewiase obi ade beba. Ene no bi dia ba na wani agye obosi. Asofo bi no mu di ye, asofo bi no di ye teaching, asofo bi no mu di ye preaching. Na wo odim de besi wachi. Se wo a odim de besi wachi awo obi ewu a na asem ba wani agye ase no. Se wo kan se wo mfiri nyame. Hweye o. Hweye. Adipa kai ni pa bone. Adipa kai ni papa. Ipan kai ni papa ni fidi wo mo. Na me de bia me blemu no. De bia me blemu TB Joshua say. Na yesun sorry sofo. Ade na asesa be da na charismatic. Do waso no ontie. Asofo amonnam amu ka bi no. Se wu a ke ne be ka fa ho. Moses tiase no bonsama ntimi antake Moses da. Wu ye na nsa da bonsam se wo pe Moses funu. E the Bible say woni Mike dia pedi wo Moses yamu. Na bonsam wo pe Moses funu dia yeden. Busa wo sa kwahye no. Bonsam no pe Moses funu e dia yeden. Adentia. Emra na Moses tiase no. Pomana ne kuta Moses na ye bonsam. Yankopon twedi ampoche bonsam ma Moses kuta 40 years. E tia na Moses poma yo wo no. Bonsam na ne kuta Moses no. It mo bonsam ntimi o pretty 40 years until say Moses wu ye bonsam se me otiase ne ntimi anyo bon dia wa wu no me ye ofunu bon. The word to the wise is enough. Susuka ebi obi afie a wote osofo dia rebe ho pa susuka wate na unwuye na wawu na so beti de kan wo achi a ka rebe ho pa choba asofo ni udi matema awari nyankopon twia wo ka.
Etabusia asofo AJAGURAJA de wakasa na wakasa no medie nyame no rekwene stories ne eba ye no mehu atra na metina se de dwene ho abez ade we kura ne ekwa kosise na ekofa he na ekwa kowie sei botaye be pa na tie se TB Joshua tiase oyewewe na de na bre wo tiase ne yanka mo wantua ne bone so kasa ya mpaze oye ya ye rekwesi na nteche bre expose yi ba ye nya na ne FIFA adwuma ne ade we nyina different sabi edi sa pananke so ampa sa expose bi wo ha den matena sa mane wuo na ni wu echi na megu na ni ma se ente se ebusia asem na ni enya ebinum so ekole TB Joshua ebusia fo se brewe no wo mo emra no meka bi na anim guase ne ya doso ebinum so kire se we hwie be nkozi hwie dede hunu no mo ye ati ase follow mo ti ase no mu bu nkrofo fa so jin nkrofo sika no mo no mo hie expose na nya wufo ti Ghana fo atre o madwen ewi ase so so e trauma dwen dia fa sa expose ya BBC e de aba e fa yesofo TB Joshua ho abusua yanto aso yeti kroma yenka bi nhwemu ene ehu se billboards ahodo atwa atese e wo my Ghana fana babia na billboards nipa wada so kaka motobi max bi na hye ne yehu ne and the idea would run a babontin, and a crack when any power shall max nechi. Jacob Caesar, a friend, a freedom, a beautiful friend, a chada, a beautiful friend, and now come be dear, what as an indeed they say, baby, say, won't I? Papa, and the to just say. A year the new force of Max in one on a shetchery. Now one only a gem, Kwame Zaya, Babaji Ghana for every year how near ability, Muntia and Mujidi. Now Mobeka and Anka Pan African program, maybe a coso. Na aban no kire se ekwan ni hyehyɛ ne niema bi no anko ye nti program ye twesensan ye na se ye twe program na sensan ne nam so ma Jacob Caesar yi e de betu dwa kire se wada ne tiri mopodi ne nusu ade hunu de akire Ghana fo ne no na Kelvin Taylor no was why be ne and worker says him why no so ba be Ghana no Jacob Caesar some mu Kelvin Taylor dada and da obe cancer papa de sada ne osoro ebetie besane form ene Jacob Caesar no wajibi pa de abode no Kelvin Taylor nsema abusua enya asem ketwa yentie ne nsem ne bi emre ye ba madaroma ye beto aso
value. I'm here to add value to you.
You can never lead a force when you are being led by a tyrant. Never.
I came to you as your salvation.
I am the savior.
My pain is in my heart and I can't express it to you. So I let my actions speak for me.
Until the NPP is out of the picture, nobody can call himself, me, I'm a young man, I want to lead. You are lying, you're a joker.
And if I'm the reason why the country or the government is not happy about these great voices coming to educate not only Ghana, but also Africa.
If you have a tyrant, you can't do anything. That is why a simple convention couldn't happen. We don't have any freedom today. Anybody walking in Ghana saying freedom, you're a joker.
We are all desperate for a change, but the change we need is not Kwame Sheda. It is not freedom. That guy is a joke.
With one single instruction that we have lamented for too long, and the time is now to organize. That is the innocent message that we came here to deliver.
We might not be at the convention, but that will not stop the conversation. We only shifted venue.
Peter Obi a problem there no want to be more Nigeria. He's serving Ghanaians with foreigners.
And when I'm not here also, I want you to remember that I came. And I want my absence to be felt. And for that reason, I know you're looking for the man. But the man in the mask is sitting in front of you.
You saw him from afar. And into the party, there are no addresses salvation and now we're
the noise you people are making, I respect it. It hurts. But we have caused it.
Beloved, let me break this news to you.
Abusiamba kai se bra che de pie monten so bodli akukudro mu mememu ebeka saye ma Ghana fo hu ne tirimo pono kwen na fia so asega betu ye fo se eye hyenhyen na yesika o ye ma ye ni na ho na se ese ye ma second na mo na bade a ene Ghana be se showtana no na ya abrefo nso etufo no se ai ye te da ase abra ne am ye kora so ye bedi obi biara chi a ye hwese ye benya bota ye hwehwemu awi ase ansa na yentra senye yodo wo kire bi no agofo ha kese amfa ma beto yeso na sanse me na ya abrefo ene afia swasnega kan ye no yen sentro ne e friend black rasta wono so afa asem ye gina so na wode na dwenkyira aba no se Ghana for munye careful ono wo se ne ye na bufu kura twa na won se Jacob Caesar se won na beje Ghana no se we Ghana wo na beje Ghana no so okay well watra na adwene de na so se de etie bia no ye ntie nsem a black rasta so de ababetu dwa efa cheda ho ye ba ensem ne de doso me de dia kamu nkyeremu ebeso.
That is Cheddar. That's the guy. Handsome guy. Hey! On the 7th of January, a couple of days ago, he was supposed to host a certain beautiful convention, and that's the convention here. Dr. Arikana Chihombori Kwao was here for the conference. And then was Professor Piolo Lumumba. Then we had Peter Obi, the only person whose face we did not see was Julius Malema. And we've not been told why he didn't come. He had paid for the Independence Square. And then, last minute, the government of Ghana, the office of the president, wrote cancelling the event on the same day, a couple of hours to the start of the event. Many fans were disappointed. And then they gathered around this table. And when they gathered, Cheddar, who was obviously very, very disappointed, decided to say that he would rather have more energy to do more. After what he had seen, of course, the cancellation of the event. Then he mentioned something. He said he is the savior of Ghana. That he's not coming to take value from anybody. He's rather coming to give value. Cheddar announced his presidential ambition. He wants to be president of Ghana. That's what he said. But who is Cheddar? Freedom Jacob Caesar. Some other people call him Cheddar. His other name is Nana Kwame Bediako. Another one says Nana Kwame Osei. There are many names to one face. No wonder he came up with a mask around his face. And that day he had masked himself. We've asked this question before. The radical Pan-Africanists that he invited to Ghana, were they aware that they were coming to support a political campaign? This woman here is married to a Ghanaian. She wants to build a Wakanda city right here in Ghana. Her name is Dr. Arikana Chihombori Kwao. Kwao, as in the Ghana, Kwao. Very pretty woman, powerful Pan-Africanist, very knowledgeable. This woman here has had a portion of controversies. Watch this. This woman here, in an interview, said that she didn't even know who Cheddar was at the time they were inviting her over to Ghana to talk. She didn't know that he was a billionaire, as she was told later when she arrived in Ghana. And she never knew she was coming to support a political ambition. PLO Lumumba. This is PLO Lumumba. Patrick Loch Otieni Lumumba. He also said he was not aware that he was coming for a political campaign. He didn't know that he was coming in to fuel somebody's presidential ambition. Peter Obi said the same thing. Julius Malema did not come at all. My brother, did Cheddar trick them into thinking that they were coming for a Pan-Africanist convention, but he had planned that day to unveil his face and show the whole Ghana that he's the presidential candidate of a party, political party called the New Force? Was it a trick? Did he lie to them? Or did he trick them into just asking questions? And again, Cheddar, right after the botched convention, early morning the following day, in fact, from the night of the botched convention, his photos were all over the place as the presidential aspirant of the New Force. It means it was premeditated. And those guys were tricked into it. True? But Ghanaians have been talking. Come here! Nana Yabrifo is a journalist. She's outspoken. She has warned the Ghanaian youth. Watch this. Ghana Web. Nana Yabrifo warns youth about Cheddar's New Force. She said, be careful when people come to you and it looks like it's all gold around them. A lot of them are not correct. When you read the story, it doesn't finger Cheddar straight away that this guy is a fraudulent guy or that guy is a fraudulent guy. No, it's a general warning. Then loudmouthed Efia Schwarzenegger, my own very good friend, as captured by AmeyaDebra.com, not all that glitters is gold. Efia Schwarzenegger cautions Ghanaians against Freedom Jacob Caesar. And when you read this one, it's terrible. She says, that Cheddar is a fraudster. And that he's as fraudulent as Nam1. And therefore people should be careful. And that he's been faking papers in order to be able to trick people and grab whatever he can grab. But what do you know about Cheddar? Now, when you read the story on Wikipedia, it's a funny, interesting story, which we all believed at the start. But as we dig into his life, we are seeing more. More excavations come with more. I do not want to put my personal feelings into this. But what it is that we have suffered enough in the hands of politicians. Therefore, we have to be careful about the latter-day saints. I was very disappointed when Cheddar said he's the savior of Ghana. That's arrogance. You are the savior of Ghana. Wow. Nkrumah never even said that. You are the savior. Who are you? Who are you? Somebody vanishes into thin air, went to Accra Academy, all of a sudden went to some school in England, came back and said he studied business, and boom, he says he has so much money and he's the savior. That is frightening, isn't it? That's frightening. Apart from saying he's a savior, he is running for a political office. I will be scared as a man. Who is this guy? Does he really have what he claims he has? What is the source of his so-called wealth? That's if he has it at all. Because we've seen people in Ghana who claimed they were rich, and I was close to a number of them. And it came out that it was only a shadow of the wealth. In a which way? Netizens are talking, Ghanaians are talking. We're going to keep our ears to the ground, and we will make sure that we sound the alarm where the alarm should be sounded.
Etabusia se ade kukaton marathon singaton fuoni nyina trendy TB Joshua so trendy Abrante here for the asabi wakwakwata friend yonko be ma tu so trendy pa yi enya asem ketua na Jacob Caesar so trendy enti trend in the 2024 ni yen share dan ko ba bia sa na so nsema yi pie no ebusia esoso na yesire Nyankopon say election year yi wonhwe na wonbo okra bia ho ban sempo amanwofo yi be na mom nsasama pintin ne basabasa ya ba yesire wade na akasa wono a wonsi ano ekwan ebusuan komodia bia koso ewo eye ochiame kofi ene Mr Logic ntemu na no obusa se Kelvin Taylor ehun hia se celebrating ana se bia wa ye adwuma soronko bi wasaba so bodie bi wasempeje bi ana ena Mr Logic se hwan Kelvin Taylor asua kai ene was Kelvin Taylor wati wani wiase wakosuku wo claim saying oh you well educated. Eti kabeche wadwena it should be in a positive way anampo no in a manner say wuntia obi na so nanso we dey Kelvin Taylor dade ne ho ayi champion ata and was internet ne so and why na so be abuse wo bia asam ne ba say tie say fa no say mfa no na no ba betum and the sister Kelvin Taylor so de na no ya papa na no ya nkasa nye Kelvin Taylor na ka kire obi say why say Italian money boss ne busu ye nim say de tie Kelvin Taylor e be ma bia nyame nim no kure ni na no ya papa and am Logic so hia Bema watra internet so bule nkrofo didi nkrofo atem for no reason. Wonu akosi wako school den keso mani school ni kasama no. Wonu mom sebe abeda ni krasi ni no mom nko school ni mom adane nyansafo. Ene Mr Logic bibi so ni Kelvin Taylor wasem dia wan kana adwene pa. E dia check Kelvin Taylor. Yentie ne nsem ono so e dia ba beto dwane be emre. Yaba madaroma ye beto aso.
Which 5 people do you think are being celebrated, but you feel like no?
I mean, for few research reasons, a person like Kelvin Taylor shouldn't be celebrated at all. Shouldn't be tolerated on this space. He's an idiot. Yeah, an idiot like Kelvin Taylor. I'm saying and I'm repeating it. These are people who sit on this space and insult people. Even if you have the tendency to teach, I mean, at your level and at the brag of your academia, how you brag, you are educated, you shouldn't be able to transmit some level of education.
That you
in a positive way.
You try to say you can speak your mind, but with decorum?
With decorum. That's the word. And that's the way he does. He insults, he abuses, he's all about, I will expose you, you are stupid. This guy is an idiot.
That's one.
That's one. The second one.
30 questions showing on MCLAN TV on YouTube. Check it out right now.
Tebusia Mr. Logic. Ena wadia gam eye Kevin Taylor na Kevin Taylor no. Won kwa kan no kra no obedi watem. Ai Kevin Taylor won kan no kra no. Asema ba internet no so obi e che na adwene Kevin Taylor nkwa be che na adwene in different way. Na se no obeti fadi watem no. Wan kasa atem di no wotia. Na wakoma eye oya. Enti we de beef no. Wanu ayen kwa kan no kra no kan krofo na we Mr. Logic ka kan asem de beef ni ebe se show tara na meche se 2024 ni yesi mu no en share dan ko na ni mu bia na so nsem ayi ni ti aye trend na busua so ani so papa ye mu nsem so de ehu pa ye na so one vision kasafidie kase so no ya fatu ye ho so aboye homoden se panie kunkuno kra e na beto internet ni so mada roma ye beba na ye de mu nchemu ni mu pese mu aba be so mu enu nti no wada roma wunya kwanya no wa subscribe to One Vision GH your channel kasiye na wa me notification bell no eso every bia be upload new videos no wo bo nse wo phone no konkron laptop no konkron ebi wo kra so like na smart TV sa ho do abai wotimi connect YouTube de man ni TV e de obo nse konkron benya message no One Vision ene na mo fie mo pra no de nsempa so mo ha penso na obenya Virgin News ene kase ebo na ba obi ante na ya ba be wide mu nchiremu aba be so nti wada roma woni ye nante wo share your videos e de ma afofra wadwe nche ne de ehia papa ye ebisa adwe ni ba akofo ntim ti wo do de fa comment section wono mo ba wada roma ye be appreciate pa e de amamo mo sonfo eye nana afia sewa abusia makramo.
One Vision GH, your best online news portal.